Hi guys, welcome into what is meant to be a 2-point conversion that I'm going to record just as a standalone video for you all. I think that way it's just easier for me and easier for you to digest at your own time. This is basically how we're going to decide who is going to be in our fantasy football league this year, as well as deciding how the draft order is going to be sorted out. We had lots of ideas for the draft order. We had betting on horse races, we had doing some poker tournaments or, a drinking game or something. We came down to an idea that was a bit more random and stuff. I got to give shout out to Nick Frost and to Tom Jacobs who helped me come up with and then flesh out the idea as well. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to assign each person who gets into the league a player in the US Open, which is happening in about 2 weeks. And where that player finishes in the US Open will be, compared to the other players, will be your draft spot. So if you get, Graham McDowell, and McDowell finishes 4th and that's higher than anyone else in the league, then you'll have the first overall pick and probably draft Adrian Peterson. So I have made up, ready for us to go. Big board. Lots of time and effort you spent on this big board. So you must be grateful for my board. We have 15 golfers that are going to be in the US Open that you'll each be assigned, and I'll explain how that happens in a minute. I'll just let you know the golfers that are going to be on the board that you might get: Bubba Watson, Webb Simpson, Phil Mickelson, Charles Schwartzel, Justin Rose, Steve Stricker, Jason Day, Matt Kuchar, Sergio Garcia, Brent Snedeker, Ricky Fowler, Dustin Johnson, Nick Watney, Louis Oosthuizen, Keegan Bradley and Graham McDowell. And how we're going to assign those is pretty simple really. I have here a Minnesota Vikings hat. I'm joking, that's for Connor Porter. With about 50 names in the people who wanted to be in our fantasy league. Thank you very much for the amount of people who wanted to be in it. I had loads of emails. People did it properly and commented with their email address. Some people didn't, but that's fine. I got them in the end. We've got about 50 names in here, so please don't be disappointed if you don't get in. And we might start up a second league. The only issue with that is the fact that we've already got pre-set up. We've already got prizes for weekly winners in the league, prizes for the end, prizes for different positions and stuff. And so it'd be hard to do that again with a second league and what have you. So that's why we've got it at one league at the moment with 16 players. I have to be in one place, obviously. It's my league, whatever. But we might set up a second league, and we're also gonna. I'll talk about at the end. We're gonna have one extra spot. We're gonna sort of auction that off in a sort of not a weird way, but in a sort of funny way, for an extra spot. So if you want to be in the league and your name isn't drawn out the hat, there's still gonna be a chance for you to get into that main league. So don't worry about that. So let me just do an example of how it's gonna go. There's all those names in the hat there, as I'll show. Loads of names in there. Going to draw one of these out, one of the email addresses. You then get paired to a number, which is in this much lovelier, very nice New England Patriots hat. When I draw the number out, it's going to be 1 to 15. That number correlates with the golfers. I just read them in order before, so it goes down like that. It's like Bubba Watson, working its way down, 1, 2, 3, all the way down. The last one being Graham McDowell at the top here. And when whatever name I pick out, so if I was to do a trial run out, I just picked a random name out of the hat, I'd get Jim Pats UK. Good name, Pats. With number 5. So that would pair Jim Pats with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Justin Rose. Just smack Jim Pats there. Jim Pats would be in the league, and he'd also have Justin Rose. So let's just get down and do it. Don't want to make this too long a video so that you can all get it as quick as possible. You can all find out if you're in the league, and if you're not in the league, again, don't worry. I'll let you know at the end about this sort of forfeit auction system that we're going to have going on. And if you desperately want to get into the league, as I know some of the writers particularly do, as I've said, we may already set up a writers only league just for us lads to have a bit of fun with that. And then also we're going to auction off this last place, like I said, an extra place. So let's get going. I'll draw it all in front of the camera as much as I can. I might forget sometimes. I'll do this and pick it out like this. So the first name, and definitely in our fantasy football league this year, is going to be, usually by email address, maybe by name. It is Nick Frost 17.2. Nick has just wet his pants with excitement. I know how desperate Nick was to be in this league. Quite funny that he was picked first. Nick, we still have to choose your golfer. You may end up picking last overall because you may get stuck with someone like Sergio Garcia. So let's pick your number now. Nick Frost, you have golfer number 13. 1-3. So that puts you with. Now let me count. I'll count down for you. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nick Frost, you have Mr. Louis Oosthuizen. There you go. The first name on the draft board. But where will you be picking in the draft? We won't know until the final round of the US Open. So Nick Frost, there you go. He's in. And he's going to be so happy, I can tell you now, as all the UK End Zone people will know, Nick Frost will be over the moon. Second name, definitely in our fantasy football league then, we have... we have Mr. Rory Anderson. So Rory's going to be delighted. We all know Rory very well. He's the overseas reporter for UK End Zone. Bear in mind, there's like 50 names in this hat. 2 people associated with UK End Zone have come out so far, but it could be anyone. As I said, that's why we might have a writers-only league, because I know some writers might not get in this, might be disappointed. So far, though, it's been alright for them. And you are paired with number 14, so 13 and 14. So you are paired with, under Louis Oosthuizen, Rory, you've got Mr. Keegan Bradley. You may be a golf fan. You don't look like a golf man, to be honest, Rory, but I'm sure you will be come the Sunday afternoon at the US Open, trying to find out desperately where Keegan Bradley is on the leaderboard to find out where you'll be picking in the draft. And the next pick, who is going to be in our league, is a little bit opened. It's alright. It's wildben@hotmail.com. wildben@hotmail.com. The reason why they're going to be drawn mostly by name and not by email address, sorry, not by names, because I needed the email addresses so that I can send you out the league password and the league information pack that I've already put together for you, which I'll probably send out after I've got back from Chester Romans tomorrow. I have to get a plug-in. So there you are, Wild Ben. I think his name is Ben, I imagine. And then your golfer will be number 11, which makes you Ricky Fowler. The audacious Mr. Ricky Fowler. Oh, the big talent on the majors. If you don't know about golf, the guy's a big talent, but he's yet shown anything on the majors. Nothing of note. Maybe this year for you, Wild Ben. We'll see where you pick in a draft. You have Ricky Fowler. Who else are we going to have then? It is the Maestro 2000 at hotmail.co.uk or .com. There we go, the Maestro 2000. You will be paired with number 6, which is, that's number 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Steve Stricker. The Maestro has Mr. Steve Stricker. Next pick. Thomas Moore. So Mr. Moore on Packers is definitely in the league. Smack talking already started between Thomas Moore and between Neil Dutton, 2 writers at UK End Zone. Now Thomas definitely in the league. Whether Neil's going to be in is yet to be decided. And Tommy are going to be paired with number 15, which is the last golfer on the list, which is Graham McDowell, which isn't a bad shout. That could well be a top 5 overall pick in the draft, to be honest, Tom. It's McDowell's sort of course. Not too bad for you. I'll post all this up afterwards once I've done the video. I'll post all up who's got who again. If you can't see the board properly, I'll take a picture and what have you, and then I'll post up just a grid of it as well. So the next pick and who is going to be in the draft will be Tom Jacobs. Now, Tom Jacobs, if you don't know Tom Jacobs, he is very much a keen golf aficionado. He is a man who spends his life spread betting on golf. He is the man who gave me 15 similar names. I didn't want the Rory McIlroys, or the Tiger Woods, the favourites going in, even though they possibly won't win. I just wanted 15 even guys going into the sort of even odds going into the weekend. And so, Tom, let's see who you get. You'll know more about it than us on your chances of the number 1 overall pick. You have number 9, Tom. So, Tom, you are in the league with number 9, and number 9 is Sergio Garcia. You got the man that Tiger hates, the man with it all to prove now. You have been given Mr. Sergio Garcia, Tom. So we still got 10 places to go. We've not been picked out yet. Do not worry about it. There's still 10 places to go. It's an awful lot of places left in the league. 10 places to go. 10 golfers left that you could have a shot that number 1 overall pick. Could probably draft Adrian Peterson, let's be honest. I'm going to be honest with you now. There's a few lads I hope are in the league. Definitely you, Neil Dutton. I want to see you in the league. I want to take you down. Let's go then. And we have... Please don't let us be Neil now. They'll think I'm cheating. Brad. Now this is someone who commented in the post just under the name Brad and didn't put in his email address. So Brad, you are in the league. I will need to hear off you regarding if you want to be in the league or what have you. And then of course we're going to have reserves as well. So Brad drops out of a first reserve and what have you. And Brad will be paired with golfer number 8. There you go, Brad. And that is Matt Kuchar. So you will be paired with Matt Kuchar. Next person in the league. This is where I hope Neil Dutton comes out now. Come on, Duts. We have Mr. KevB9495 at gmail.com. Kev, welcome to the league. You got it without having to go through 4 bits. Fair play to you. And your golf will be number 4 on the list, which is Charles Schwartzel. So, the guy who's won the Masters before, not won the US Open. You just missed out on Phil Mickelson by 1 number, but you've got Charles Schwartzel, which is a decent shout at top 5 pick, I'd say. Next up, we have... Oh, he's going to be happy as well. This is another guy who's going to be wetting himself. Connor Porter. We all know Connor. Connor J has made it into the league. And he will have number 2. Which is Webb Simpson. Now, I don't know if that's the strongest pick. Webb Simpson's the sort of guy who could turn up for you for the first 3 days and probably drop away on the last day. But that might be enough to secure you above some of these guys who may not even make the cut. This is going to be fun though. I like this idea about using the golf because a lot of people won't be golf fans. I'm not a huge golf fan. I do enjoy watching the majors and the Ryder Cup and what have you, and I know all the players and sort of their short balls and what have you. I'm not a huge golf fan, but this is going to make people who aren't huge golf fans, they're going to be checking the scores to find out where they're picking in the draft. Niall Owens, you're next up. Welcome to the league, Niall Owens. And you will be paired with Number 7. So Niall Owens, welcome to the league with golfer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jason Day. Jason Day, not a bad shout. Maybe not top 5 golfer, but we'll see where you end up with Jason Day. Okay, so next up we have into the league. There's still lots of names in this hat. Still lots of you out there who are going to want to be in this league. We're hoping to have a spot. And we have... Hey! Neil Dutton. You have made the league. I for one am happy. I really wanted Neil in the league. I wanted to see Tom and Neil go up against each other and see how that plays out. Neil, number 12. So your golfer will be Nick Watney. Now Neil, I'm not going to lie to you, that's not a great pick. You might well be finding yourself at the very bottom of the order, but there's some lovely sleepers in this year's draft. The likes of RG3 haven't been going to like round 6 in some of my mocks, so you're still going to have a good shout at some people there. So we have left on the board, let me just check. We have Bubba Watson, Phil Mickelson, Justin Rose. We've got Dustin Johnson. We've got Brant Snedeker. We've got a few guys there. Let's go. Darren Murphy at gmail.com. Darren Murphy in the league. And you are going to be paired with 3 left. Because remember, the last one's going to be mine. If I didn't mention that at the top, whichever golfer's left will be mine. Which I think is a fair way of doing it. You are going to be paired with number 1. You're going to be paired with Mr. Bubba Watson. Now, I like that shout for this course. So Darren Murphy's in. So we basically got 2 places left in the league now. We've got lots of names, lots of lads that I know pretty well, that I know I want to be in the league, which I'm not going to give away. We've still got Phil Mickelson on the board, who I really want. And we've got Justin Rose and Brent Snedeker and Dustin Johnson. So let's see who we get. We have D. Holly All at mail.bbk.ac.uk, which I'm guessing is some sort of university address. You've made the league. You can see that your golfer will be number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is Justin Rose. Justin Rose is a bit of an underachiever in the golfing world, particularly in majors. So it ain't a great pick, but I think he's going to be solid enough for you.